Hi guys, I am super excited to share these books with you today. For book review number 16, we have Artemisia and Annigoni. So, I'm super excited to share these with you guys. Quick thing, I realized that I've done all these book review videos and I've been standing in front of these two gorgeous pieces of art and I have not yet told you about them. So, they are not mine, but they are by two amazing people. So, stick around for the end of the video where I will discuss these artworks that I keep standing in front of. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm super excited to discuss this book with you guys. It is a very new book of mine. I actually got it recently, and I got it before I did the I had already ordered it, I should say, before I did my video on Caravaggio. And if you look at the video I did on Caravaggio and Vermeer, and if you go to the comments, there are actually one of the viewers of these videos on Instagram actually gives some good recommendations for other books on Artemisia. So if you are interested to learn about more books on Artemisia, go to the comments on the book review video on Caravaggio and Vermeer, and I think you'll have plenty of options. So this is a new book of mine. I ordered it because it is a catalog that was published to go with the Artemisia Gentileschi exhibit over the summer at the National Gallery in London. That that exhibition has been postponed. Not very far. I think now it's running from October something and to something else, but it will still happen. But obviously I will not be getting to see that one in person, being all the way in London, but I did go ahead and get the catalog for it. And I did that because recent catalogs for art exhibits, any that have been published, I guess, in the past few years or so, the image quality tends to be really amazing. The close-ups are always really good. I find the written content pretty enjoyable as well. Obviously, with all books on a specific artist, there's probably some level of speculation in there. But yeah, no, I'll be totally honest with you guys, I got super distracted this week reading other things that were not art related and were just fun. So I have not read this one, and I honestly didn't even make the attempt that I usually try to do with these videos. That's another part of the reason why I'm excited that these will be moving to monthly videos in September, because I'll have more time to kind of get into the book, read about the book, and I feel like these videos will improve in quality, hopefully, unless school kills me. But, so, keep going. As I was saying, I do like purchasing recently published catalogs. I feel like they tend to be really good with the images. So, I do recommend, overall, I'd probably recommend, if you aren't able to see a book, but you know that it's been published on a specific exhibition, not just kind of an about the artist book. Generally it should be good. All of my experiences with that have been positive. But yes, so definitely I love Artemisia Gentileschi. I mean, she is such an amazing woman, and she was an amazing artist, and I loved seeing her work in person. When I did get to go to Italy in a previous life, but no, seriously, her paintings just read so strong, and they're just really powerful, so I love them. So I do believe this also has some images that are that we just flipped past, that are like they were after work that she did, or like a relief sculpture of her. So those weren't like all her work, but for the most part, I do believe that all of the images in here are Artemisia's. For a good majority, especially a lot of the paintings. But yeah, I do love, this book has close-ups, as you can see as I'm flipping through it. So I do really like that. I really value that. And again, haven't read it. I will update the description when I do one day get to read it. But for now, it's just been, things are getting busy. Prepping for, school to start and life to kind of start back up, for better or worse. But yeah, no, so I really do recommend this book. I love it. I'm not disappointed. I got it brand new, not expensive, not for such a good book, I believe. So I really cannot recommend this one enough. And as I think I said before, I'm losing track as I'm getting lost in this book. Just notes on the catalogs now, but yeah, there are a couple other books out there on Artemisia, and yeah, so you can take your pick. But this is my only one so far, and I really do love it. I almost feel bad about tempting you guys with this book because I looked for a couple of years to find a book on Annigoni and could never find one online. And then whenever I did get to go visit Italy, as I said, looking at the previous book, they have a small little like Annigoni museum in Florence, and this one was there. So I bought this in person in Italy. This written portion is actually in in Italian and English. So so you have the option. The language is there. But this book is really it's not a lot about the written content. It is a lot about the images. So we are gonna start flipping through this one because there's a lot to get through. But personally, I love Annigoni's work. I think he's really interesting. I love seeing his work in person. I will say about this book, some paintings I did get to see in person when I was, like some of the paintings in this book I did get to see in person. There are obviously a lot in here, so they didn't have all of them on display, but I did get to see a lot of this in person, and sometimes the images I don't feel are very faithful, like, I shouldn't say very faithful, but I feel like the images could be better in this book, I'll be honest. This is the best book out of the ones that I saw while I was there, but sometimes I feel like the color is not quite there, or there's a slight graininess to the image that I don't feel truly reflects how the paintings looked in person, so do keep that in mind. Like this one in particular, that was a favorite painting of mine while I was there. It's so small, and it just reads so beautifully, and I did not get that same feeling from the image. And this one too, the color's not right in this one, to my memory, but I'll just keep going. It's a lot to ask. It's a tall order. I mean, this is a packed book. As I said, we really do have to keep flipping through it because you can get bogged down in it. But so for what it is a good book, but keep in mind it could be better. So I don't know if there have been other books published on Annigoni that are better, but you'd have to do your research and see. Obviously, I think it's easier to get a book on the artist in that artist's home country. So like you'll never be short of Sargent books here, even though he didn't live in the States very much compared to he lived a lot of other places. But for instance, it was very hard to find an Annigoni book outside of Italy. So for me at least. But I will do my best to try to find a copy of this online that I can link to, but I've no guarantees. But yeah, it is a great book though. Again, I love books that are just so focused on the images, especially on more recent artists, because I feel like you don't really need quite as much information. The work does tend to speak a bit more for itself because it's more, I think, understandable to people of a more similar time. Even though he's no longer living, there are people living who studied with him, so he feels less removed, I guess I should say. But yeah, so I love this book. I'm super excited that I was able to get it. I do love his work, and overall the book is very good. Again, because of the large focus on the images and representing his whole body of work. As you can see, we were on paintings. Now we're looking at drawings and things that he did in black and white or in sanguine, however you say it. So yeah. Oh, and the sculpture. It's been a while since I pulled this one off the shelf, unfortunately, so seeing the sculpture is a nice surprise. Always reminds me to look at my books more every time I flip through them. So, very glad to be doing these videos. They definitely give me a greater appreciation for my books. Alright, and then yes, I believe this is just like a little, end notes, so yeah, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. As promised, I'm now going to talk about these two amazing pieces of art behind me. So this one right here, this is done by an amazing watercolorist and painter and draftsman and all the things, named Mario Robinson. I'll put all this in the description as well. He's fantastic. He has art instructional videos and an amazing watercolor book. I was lucky enough to take a workshop with him. Seriously, he's amazing. I look to this all the time for inspiration, and I don't know, just seeing it makes my day better. So check out his work if you don't know it already. But to be honest, like, how could you not? He's incredible. So definitely check out Mario, and yes, admire this beautiful piece standing behind me. It is a watercolor, and which he's very well known for. So check out Mario. And this beautiful piece right here was actually done by a friend of mine and of the subject, my boyfriend and partner Luke. And so Luke is the subject. Olivia Hosking is the amazing artist who drew him here. She's wonderful, just total joy to work with and to be around, and she's an amazing artist. So definitely go check her out. She did this beautiful portrait of Luke in like 2 hours, and she was in a crummy spot, and she did just something so beautiful with it. So definitely check out Olivia. So that's the art pieces. I'll see you guys next week, and yeah, we'll see more books then.